Do, do. All right, all right. Hello. I see you. Welcome in, guys. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna get started in a little bit. I like to wait a little bit for a couple of people to join so that, we get a good amount. So if you are interested in learning some style tips, especially on how to layer, and you know a friend who needs it too, go ahead and share this to them. Go ahead and share this to them. We're doing styling tips today, guys. Some really quick styling tips on how to layer. So if you know somebody who needs it, go ahead and share it. Go ahead and share it. Come on in. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. Hi, Jericho. Hey, guys. Come on in. Are you guys in the DMV area? Let me know. Or are you across the way? Let me know. Welcome. All right, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. Literally like one. Because my shift is almost over. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So hello everybody. My name is Nya Agwe. I am a designer, creative director, and a stylist here at Nordstrom. I love everything fashion. So like literally, better place to be, right? What a better place to be. I had a question from one of my clients, and it was a question on how do you layer well? What are some tips to layering without looking fat? And I feel like that is such a great question because layering is such a skill, that kind of feels like it's hard to achieve, but it's really not. I'm here to give you some tips on how you can layer well, especially since spring is coming up. This is a great time to start thinking of some transitional pieces that you need, some of those classic layering pieces that you need. So we're gonna walk through a couple of looks to show you how I layer and the tricks and tips that I use to layer well. So first things first, I got a couple of looks here, but I wanna let you know first thing. Okay, when you are layering, the key to not making yourself look fat is literally to layer the smallest part of your body should be up top here. If anything, you can continue to let the volume go down to the floor, okay? So you're basically like a triangle shape, almost similar to something that I'm doing right now. Even though the skirt is a little bit more voluminous, right? Versus the width of my shoulders. So that's really the key to layering so that you don't look bigger than you are. Imagine if you did it the opposite way. If you made this part, your shoulder width, bigger than the bottom half of you, that's how you look big. Okay, that's how you layer and look big, right? So you almost want to always attain a triangle type of shape to achieve that baggy or that slimmer, oversized, that slimmer layering look. So let's get into look one right now. Oh my gosh, love this. So really the key again we're playing with is proportion and making the top half smaller in size in comparison to the bottom half, right? Again, still kind of imitating that triangular shape. So my first thing that I always love, I love a sleeveless option because you can always pair a shirt underneath it, right? So another trick to styling how to layer well is playing a lot with fabrics. So you can have a lot of volume in fabrics that are very light, okay? Especially when you're transitioning from winter to spring, you want to continue to play with those types of fabrics so then that way when you're hot, you could take it off. When you're cold, it'll still keep you, warm like you need to, okay? So for example, we have this kind of silk top from L'Agence paired underneath a cotton sleeveless top from Staud. I love this because of this gathering. It gives you a little bit, and it's almost like a peplum, so it'll give you, again, that like shape right here. So that's the key, right? Like we're playing around with fitted, and then we're maximizing the volume here, especially with this pleated pant from Boss. Absolutely love that. I love this because it's a wide leg, right? So there you go. The volume in this outfit, in this look, starts from this peplum and then continues to go down. I love prints, y'all. Holla at me if you love prints, okay? I absolutely love prints. So I paired this with a Veronica Beard pony hair leopard print bag, and then I also would do this with these Gucci's, okay, with these Gucci loafers. Absolutely love this look. So that's what I would do. That's how I would layer that, right? So again, what did I just do? This is a little bit more structure. I kept the structure at the bottom of the pant and kept the top a little bit light and flowy. So this is the lightest material that's in here. The next I would say is the cotton. It's about a medium to lightweight. So you want to continue to play with fabric, and you want to play with volume in the right places, right? Okay. Let me know if this is helping anybody, all right? If it's helping somebody, if you're learning a thing or two about layering well, go ahead and share it with a friend. Go ahead and share it with a friend. Tell them to come in, okay? Style tips. So that's what I would do here. Let's move on to the next one. I absolutely love this look. You know what, guys? Let's do this. Let's move up a little closer so that you could see the details. The details of this. So this is what I mean, right? Going back to the top, it has this gathering. This is really great for if you have a smaller waist and you need a little bit more meat on your waist, that's a good one. If you have a smaller chest, this is a good one too, because these ruffles is going to add a little bit more volume here. Now, I would even do a top like this, and I tend to be like a little bit bigger on top. I have broader shoulders. But it depends on the color, and it depends on the weight of the fabric, right? So because this is a cotton, this would actually work for me. So even if you have broader shoulders, you can play around with this because it's in a lighter material. I think this is a great cut too for women who have shorter torsos. So definitely feel free to explore this. Now we'll move on to the next one. This is, oh my gosh, y'all, the details in this one, my favorite, absolute favorite. So let's see, let me move it this way. I'll bring it up. I feel like that's maybe an easier way to like bring it. So we have this Acris Punto jacket, metallic jacket, right? We have this vince sweater that's underneath. Here's my favorite part. We have oh my gosh, this is from Skims. It's like an intimate. I'll take it out like fully. It's like an intimate, what do you call it? Like a tank. But look at this beautiful little like detail that it shows at the bottom with the scalloped edge. So you're bringing in a little bit of print, and again, you're playing with the fabrication, right? This is mesh, okay? Very, very breathable. And then you put your sweater on top. Then you put your jacket on top, right? So then that way you're again, if you're too hot, you take this off, right? If you want to put it back on, you can. And we're still following that idea of that kind of tent shape, the triangle shape. And that's, again, how you achieve layering without looking big, okay? So I would do this with these L'Agence barrel jeans, going back to that volume. I'm absolutely loving this together. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. So that's what I would do, because, again, that barrel jean adds to that volume, right? Like we've made the top, starting from the shoulders, we've made it the smallest area, and then we're continuing to make it bigger as we go down. Now, you know, we had to play on that pop of color with the Louis Vuittons. That's what I would do. This red cherry color that's coming out from the Skims, so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then it just adds a little bit of sparkle. Oh my gosh. Yes, Maddie. Hey, Maddie. Yeah, no, like literally, I'm just like, it's just like it's a little swag. Like, I love it. It's like just humble, but like very sexy, but not over the top. Like, it's just there. It's just there, the fashion girly. So I would definitely do something like this, bring in a pop of color with the shoe. Oh my gosh, yeah, let me not forget that. When you are playing with volume, give us a sexy shoe. Give us a sexy shoe. It can be a loafer, right? It can be a loafer for sure. But again, make it sexy. These platform details in this loafer is fantastic. The slight sheen in the patent leather, like that's also really great too. This is a sexy flat shoe, right? Comfortable shoe. If you're gonna give us a heel, make that thing sexy, okay? Look, I mean, first off, the arch, the color, the bedazzle, like, absolutely love this, right? Why do you say give us a sexy shoe? Yeah, I say give us a sexy shoe because when you're playing with layering and you're playing with an oversized look, again, to steer away from looking overwhelming, there needs to be some kind of breathing room, some kind of excitement, some kind of really honestly to make it look fashion and not to make it look like you just threw a whole bunch of clothes on top of you, right? So these are things that just elevate a layered look, okay? Now when I say sexy shoe, it does not have to be a heel. It does not have to be a heel. It just has to be a shoe that levels it up, that makes it prominent, right? A shoe that has exciting details in it. For example, this first look that we looked at, you could do this with a sneaker. You could definitely do this with a sneaker, but a sexy sneaker to me is like focusing on the details. It's a platform sneaker. It has very beautiful play on fabrications. Maybe it's like mix of suede and leather and, you know, like mesh or whatever. Like this, you could also just do this with a sleek white sneaker as well. Okay, that's what I mean. Like, what are the elements of it that make it elevated? Really, truly. Okay, you got it, Maddie. You got it. Good. So yeah, so that's what I would do with this, and then I would put back in this bag. Oh my gosh, play with the metallics, you guys. If you don't know, metallics are one of my favorite neutrals, okay? So you can feel free to use a metallic as a neutral. That's gonna be, it's just, again, another way to make something a little exciting, okay? So we did that with this metallic, match it with a metallic bag. We got our pop of color coming from our Skims. Mind you, the Skims does come with a matching panty. Valentine's Day, okay? And that's another thing I love about layering. It's like, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that you pull out in your closet that you're using for other things as well, okay? It's not like you're just using, you know, the Skims for date night. You're walking out the door with this. Y'all, wear your clothes, please. Wear your clothes. That's my, okay, style tip. I always want to style with things that you know you can wear in multiple ways. That's the goal here. That's the point, okay? So that is this look. This look. And you can do this with a wide leg jean as well. You could do it with a flare jean. I think a flare could be nice. I would, again, to play with layer and to play with volume, I would not do a look like this with a slim jean because you're doing the opposite now. If you did this with a slim jean or a boot cut, you've made the top half of you heavier than the bottom half of you, right? Which is less flattering. We don't want to do an inverted triangle look, which means that, again, the smallest part of you is towards the bottom and the biggest is towards the top. That's not as flattering when you're playing around with layering pieces. You want to do the opposite. You want to keep the top half of you the smallest and the bottom half, if anything, of the biggest. So achieving a triangular look. That's how you get that oversized look without looking messy. That's how you have that layering look without looking big, right? That's the whole part. I got you, Maddie. Yes, we breaking this down for you. Okay, cool. On to the next one, which literally, I don't know. What's y'all's favorite look so far? I know we only showed 2. We got 2 more to go, but literally, oh my gosh. Make sure you tell me what your favorite look is. Make sure you tell me what your favorite look is. Okay, so let's see. I'm in the dressing room, y'all, so if you hear, other conversations, that's what we doing. Let me move this back a little bit because I feel like you can't see the whole fit. So let's move this camera back a little bit, and then I'll probably bring it up for details. So love this look. We got another motorcycle jacket. Here's the fun one about this. This is actually a dress. The jacket is from Saint Cassette. Saint Cassette, you saw it in my last live. It's a great brand from taking like work wear towards evening wear, towards play. I love this motorcycle jacket that they did. Y'all, this is a dress. So the dress is from Stod. And again, you see, like if you see my layering technique, you're gonna see repetitions. For example, this dress, the volume is at the bottom. So it acts the same as that peplum top, right, from Stod that we saw before. Most of the volume on the dress is at the bottom, and it is also in a light fabric. It's almost a cotton, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is. It is a cotton, lightly lined as well. So we're still continuing that vibe of keep the volume at the bottom. Keep the eye going to, as it's going down, that's where the volume should be going, right? So then we pair this dress from Stod with, hold the applause, okay? From this pleated skirt from Erdem. Let me tell you, I love a dress and a skirt combo. I really do. I think it's unexpected. I think it's fun. I think, again, wearing what you have in your closet to the fullest, okay? So here's why this works. This is a mini dress. It's not a long dress, right? It's above the knee, so you're giving us, when you pair it with a longer skirt, you're giving us some breathing room, right? Well, you could play around if you had a skirt that was maybe to your knee, then of course you're giving us a longer skirt underneath, right? The idea is that you want something to be able to pair together that it almost looks like one dress. It almost looks like one dress, okay? So when you put it on, you have to see for yourself, because some of us, we're long torso girls, we're short torso girls, some of us are short, some of us are tall, so you're gonna have to play with the proportion of how short the other, like the first dress goes, and how long the skirt that you're putting underneath goes, right? But again, another way to style so that you're using both items that are in your closet, like the little black dress can go far. The little black dress can go far. So yeah, so that's what I would do. I love this print so much. It's like, again, we have like the navy, seasonless color, and then you have it with the white, and then y'all, a pop-up pattern. I told you I like pattern. A pop-up pattern, okay? And then you put this right here. Boom. Let me tell you why I chose this shoe. Not only is it a sexy shoe, but we have a platform in this shoe. So we've given ourselves a lot of height, a lot more height. It's the thickness that's in repetition, right? So a little bit of fashion geek moment. Whenever you are repeating a concept, it's reinforced. So the concept that we're repeating here is volume, volume, volume at the bottom. This star dress that's underneath is fitted up until it hits your waist and then it releases. And this is a pleated skirt, right? So the pleated, sorry about that. So the pleated skirt continues to mimic that volume as it goes. This also mimics volume because of the platform, of the thickness of it, right? It's not, if this was not a platform, it would give sleek, but it's a platform, so it's giving chunky, right? Okay, so that's what we're reiterating here. And that extra height will give some breathing room to the two layers, how you double layered the dress and the skirt. Try it and thank me later. I'm telling you. Let me see what Maddie said. This is yeah, yes, it does go. And that's why I'm like, try it and thank me later. I'm telling you, have a good platform in your closet, especially if you're a girl who loves to play with volume. It just reiterates the concept in a beautiful way. So definitely try that. Let's see. Okay, I want to make sure that doesn't fall again. And I love the idea of bringing back the color with this bag. Here's another reason why I like this bag with this particular outfit. You're playing around with texture and you're using a bag that is giving us a sneak peek into spring. Okay, so that's what I really love about this. It's like, you know, we have this lambskin texture jacket, this motorcycle jacket from Saint Cassette, which is giving fall winter. However, it's in this beautiful off-white color, which is almost springish, right? We're playing with this light texture. I don't know if I had said this, but this is kind of like the pleated skirt is like a chiffon, right? Playing again with that lightness, and the star dress is a cotton. So we're playing around with texture, and we're almost giving an ode to spring, but like not yet. The other thing that I like about this bag specifically too, it's a basket weave that we traditionally see in a spring summer bag, like a beach bag, but it's made out of a leather. So that, because it's made out of a leather, it gives a little bit more structure. It makes it feel a little bit heavier, which the basket weaving technique that tends to be summer, but the leather material that tends to be fall winter, right? When the two are combined, it makes this a seasonless bag. This is why I love this bag with this outfit. So that's definitely our next look. And I'm gonna finish it off with our last but not least. And then, oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys, literally, let's go back to this other look right here. This one that we were talking about with the skims. Y'all, you can, because you're playing with different weights of fabric, and you have that mesh intimates top right underneath, which is basically nothing, right? You can keep it going. So even if you did a graphic t-shirt, and I love this graphic t-shirt idea with the skims mesh underneath. If you did the graphic t-shirt, even on top of the skims, then you do the sweater on top, and then you do the jacket, bruh, you're a layering queen. You're a layering queen, okay? Yes, exactly, Maddie. Come on, Maddie, you picking up game real quick. Exactly. So that's the other thing too, right? Playing around with colors, pulling same colors from different aspects to tie everything back in. Very, very good. So that's another thing. So feel free. And again, mind you, keep in mind, I picked a graphic t-shirt that was light. That was also light, right? So then by that time, and flowy as well. So then that way it plays really well against our structured barrel jean. So you see these two kind of still have that same idea of structure at the bottom that holds it, and then something light and flow at the top. So feel free to try that. This t-shirt is from Mother. Last but not least, let's turn it around. If you guys are learning something about layering, share it with your friends. Repost this, save this, okay? Do all the things. Catch me on the next live too. I'm thinking about doing these maybe like once a week or something like that. Let me know. What do you guys think? Would you hop on? Let me know. All right, y'all. I love this. Okay. You can't see the shoes, so I'm gonna bring them up. Last but not least, this outfit. We have some Dolce & Gabbana suede boots. Y'all know I love a boot and a dress. If you did not know, I love a boot and a dress. I love a boot and a maxi dress, okay? Because it just it's like quiet sexy, silent sexy. It's not in your face. Like, it's just, I'm that girl. Like, that's just what it is. So love a boot and a maxi dress. This is the boot that would go underneath this outfit. Now what we have here is we have a Theory blazer in this fantastic color. Oh my gosh, this is fairly new. Most of the things that I showed you guys were new incoming, because we're having like spring and a little bit of more spring coming in. So this is new. It actually does come with a pant as well, if you like that whole suit vibe. I love brown and blue together. This is probably one of my favorite blue colors. So what I love about this outfit is, again, wearing the pieces in your closet, maximizing them, right? This is a dress from Staud. And this is a dress that you can easily do cocktail. You can do wedding guest. You can do date night. You can do, like, this is a dress that to me has multiple wears, because you do this, right? You could do this with a sneaker. You could do this with that motorcycle jacket that we just showed. But you can, it just depends on how you style it. You could have a lot of wears. And then there's this beautiful element to it that it's like backless. Woo, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Like, so there's just different elements to it that really just add to like why it's a really great investment piece, why it's a great piece that you could wear multiple times. So going back to that tip again, this is very light. This is very light. This is also kind of like a chiffon type of material as well. Very light, very flowy. Same idea. Most of the volume is at the bottom. When you wear this, this is actually fitted up until here. Okay? This is a little bit loose, but it's not like as loose as the bottom. Okay? I love a blazer piece, especially one that's tailored, because again, because the top part of a blazer is typically the most structured part, in the sense that that's where your shoulder pads are. It's doing what we want, which is keeping our shoulders, the top half of us, structured, right? So then that way, that triangle shape that we want continues on. It's almost like a shoulder pad gives a frame for the starting point of that triangular look, right? So this is why a blazer, I mean, you can see it hanging. It's even better on the body, but you can see it hanging. You see how it keeps the frame up. This is the starting point. This is the tip of our triangle, and it continues to go down and out, okay? I would do this look with another beautiful basket bag. This is the bag from Veronica Beard. You guys, look at this texture that we're playing with. So insane. Absolutely love that. And again, put it back with that boot. Right then and there. Like, literally. Everything. It's everything. It's everything. And that's how you layer well without looking big, okay? So again, just to recap those tips, you want to keep a triangular shape, literally what I'm doing right now. The smallest part of you should be your shoulders, and the volume continues to go down, okay? You want to refrain from doing the opposite, which is keeping more of the volume on top and then looking smaller at the bottom. We want to keep a triangular look. The other recap is play around with fabric textures. Utilize lighter fabrics that can speak to volume very well. Like again, a ruffled cotton, right? Cotton tends to be a fabric that can hold structure very well and is also very light. Mesh does the same thing. Organza. Now I'm getting real real fashiony, but I'll repost this up so you guys can see the types of fabrics that I'm talking about, that you understand, that you get. Play around with structure. Give us structure around here. Give us flowiness as you continue to go down. Or if you're going to give us structure down, make sure that it's voluminous, right? Think about a wide leg pant with some pleats like the Boss one that we showed, or a barrel jean in a denim, right? Like the L'Agence one that we showed. So fabric is the next thing. And definitely color, okay? I feel like color, that's going to be a whole another video, because color can go in. But definitely play around with color. And last but not least, proportion. If you see in all of the looks, we played heavily on proportion, okay? Where does something fall on you? Where does it look too overwhelming? Where does it look purposeful, right? So playing around with proportions as well. Something micro on something on top of something a little bit long or midi, and then something longer, right? Like how we were doing also this this look right here. Something mini, the dress was mini, the skirt is longer, and then the jacket falls on top, maybe a little bit around your hip area, a little longer than your waist. So giving us different levels, different eye levels of where the hemlines of each item that you're pairing with drops is another way to play with volume, right? Because imagine if everything stopped at the same point. One, that's not exciting. That's not what makes, you're not making layering exciting, because then everything's meeting at the same point. And then that's not layering, that's just like chopped, like, you know, when they do hair and they layer it, yeah, that kind, right? So you want to play with proportion. Where do things end? So then that way we can see and really celebrate your style, okay, with the layering aspects of it. So that is that, y'all. Let me know if you like what you heard. Let me know your biggest takeaways. I'm gonna let y'all type that real quick if you have any other questions and stuff, because it's about time for me to go. But if you ever want to see more styling tips, especially from Nordstrom, you can follow me on my Instagram at Your Nordy Stylist. That's where a lot of my Nordstrom side lives on, but we'll continue some live styling on here, and then play around back and forth with that. Of course, I'm telling you, Maddie, that sexy shoe, it'll do it. It just it completes the look and makes it look less just like you big or something. Like, you know, it does what it needs to do. Yes, the proportions, yeah. Play around with proportions. Give us different levels. Of each. Literally, you can see that in this, right? The be intentional about where each one stops. This sweater is almost like an asymmetrical hemline, and it allows for us to see the peak of this Skims intimates right underneath. So play around with proportion. That's amazing. Well, thank y'all for joining. I got to go, but I will be here again. So make sure you follow me on Instagram at Your Nordy Stylist. That's Your Nordy Stylist. And we'll be back again. All right. Bye.